G'day, comrade subscribers. So, I've been working on this for a few days, doing my head in. So I'm off to Melbourne tomorrow, which is Sunday. So I just want to try and get this finished. So I actually did have everything mounted. So I've done the power supply. Let me just get rid of that screw. Accidentally, it's a 2.5 mil rather than a 2.1 mil, but that's no problem. I've got a 2.5 mil plug. So it's just simple micro mini Berg connector or something I made up. So I'm not sure. So I've been working on this for a few days now. I'm not sure how I'm going to edit this, but power's there, no problem. This is the cable I made up. So we've got the 26 pin IDC on one side, and we've got the 34 pin Centronics male on the other side. And as far as I could tell, I've checked the continuity and the pinout's all correct, according to one list I've got. But yeah, when I hook it all up, nothing happens. So I haven't been able to find much information about this being done before. I'm pretty sure someone must have done it, or maybe they've just used the Gotek as the second drive rather than replace it. Anyway, so this is what I've been going off on CPC Wiki. So we've got the Centronics external floppy 34 pin Centronics on this side, which is not the same as the German one. So, but I'm pretty sure this should be the plus one. And then this is the internal 26 pin. So on the internal connector, we can see that, where's my pointer? So on the internal connector, there we go. So on the internal connector, we can see that all the odd pins are ground, and the even pins are the signal pins, whereas on the Centronics the odd pins are the signal and the even pins are ground. So on the connector itself, that's basically how it looks. So this is from the CPC, this is from the 464, because there is no connector, and that's obviously looking at the connector upside down sort of thing. But basically, what did I say? So yeah, even pins. So these pins, so this is all ground, which are these bottom pins, yeah, which are these pins here. So these pins are all ground along the bottom, and then these are the signal pins, with pin 1 being at the left hand side, so pin 1, or pin 1 to pin 35 on the right hand side. But when I look at this other second disk drive connector on CPC Wiki, the pin numbering is opposite. So we've got the 6128 plus, we've got basically pin 135 not connected. Whereas on the list that I've been using, external 34 pin Centronics connector, that's been pin 33, 31, 29. So ask about face. So this could explain why it's not been working. And I think this numbering is correct, because we've got pin 11, drive select 1, and that is the pin that you need for the ABBA. So if you want to swap ABBA, BA around, pin 11 is the one that you interrupt. So I think that's been my problem. It shouldn't look like this. It should be from that side over, I think. So I'm going to redo the cable. Okay, so we're starting from the drive end again. So pin 1 is the red. So it's going to go in like so. Like so. Oh, no, that's upside down. Duh. Yes. Pin 1 is red, so it goes like that. There we go. That's the way it goes in. So it goes up like that. Pin 1, pin 1, pin 25, 26. So that'll just go over the top like that. Now, the Centronics side. This causes all the confusion, because especially as we've got to skip. Let's disconnect from the drive again. So, where's my picture? Now, let's get a new Centronics connector. Okay. Come on. I'll be back. So, it plugs in like that. And according to this, so we want pin 7. So basically the first one we're using is pin 7. Because 1, 3, 5 are not connected. That's why I've read somewhere as well that you just discard pin 1 because there's nowhere for it to go. Okay, so it plugs in like that. Pin 2. Yeah, no, you're right. So, yep, so you need to remove pin 1. There's plenty of grounds anyway. Yep. So remove pin 1. Unneeded. So the first pin we've got there is pin 2. So I'll put this in the video description. So pin 2, which goes to pin. So this is the internal connector, 26-pin connector. So pin 2 goes to pin 7 on the Centronics. Then pin 4 goes to pin 11. So we need to skip as well. So kind of how I've done the skip on my original cable. That's where I've done the skip on the original cable, but we're going this way. So this is zoom out. Okay, so pin 2 goes to pin 7. So we're looking at it like that. So pin 1 is along the top. So pin 1, 3, 5, 7. So we skip the first 3 along the top. Skip the first 3 along the top. And that's where we start. Like so. Skip the first 3 along the top. All ground is all along the bottom. So that should be. Yeah, okay, so you want to do it like that, I guess. So that's pin 2 going into pin 7 of the Centronics. But then we need to skip the one next to it. So 1, 3, 5, 7. So we want to skip, I'm just trying to do 1, 3, 5, 7. So we want to skip 9, and we want pin 4 of the internal to go there. So pin 2, pin 4. So pin 2, pin 3. So I want to break it there, I guess. Pin 2, pin 3, and then that's pin 4 there. And then I think pretty much the rest are okay. I hate doing these. So probably even get rid of the ground, but it's probably something something like that. But obviously a bit, yeah. So we're skipping something like that. Oh, yep, and then ends up okay. Yeah, anyway, I'll do it a bit neater. Let's see what we end up with. Decided to go from the left hand side, so basically pin 26 goes to pin 33, and then the last pin, pin 35 on the Centronics, isn't connected. So I've got the last wire, pin 26, set up with 33 there, and these Centronics connectors seem to be pretty good. I can open them up again. So what I'm doing is just doing that main bit first, get that in place, and then I'll do that little extra bit at the end. Once the main bit, I'm just squeezing it in the vise. Done. So now I can just take this off again, line up this one, and it should be done. Don't know what I'll do about. I need to keep the one there, so I'll just chop it off, I guess. Okay, getting there. I think I've got it. So as you can see, it's the mirror image of my original one. Yeah. Ding ding. And just cut off the excess cable. And moment of truth, I guess. I don't like the way that one's moving about. Alright, let me get this set up and we'll give it a try. Quickly check. So, okay, starting from the left, pin 7, index, 1, 3, 5, 7, should go to pin 2. It does. Okay, then we skip pin 9, so pin 11 goes to pin 4, which it does. And then pin 13. Oh, 13. Okay, it's connected to pin 6, but that's not in use. That's not in use. So, and then pin 15 goes to pin 8. So, yeah, and all the rest should be okay. Alright, so that should be, according to this schematic. Okay, I made up a little, rather than putting the top on all the time, I just made up a little on-off switch. just a little 2-pin header. So we just to turn it on or off. So it goes in there. Got the basic cartridge connected. We want to hook up some drive power. I'll just put this in here quickly, just to see if it does something. Rest it there. Okay. Let's just turn it on first. Turn her on. Okay, it's on. F1, we're in basic. So A drive. Okay, cat. Alright, so that's the Gotek still. Moment of truth, B drive. Okay, nothing. Let's put the disc in. Is it doing anything? Haven't plugged the power in, have I? Da-dum-dum. Turn that off. Let's plug the power in, shall we? Okay. Power on. Let's try again. F1. So, aha! We got a drive light on now at least. Didn't have that before. B drive. Ah, magic. Hey, it works. Finally. It would be nice if the drive light went out, but doesn't matter. Okay, let me put it in the box. Tidy up. Now I should put some rubber grommets to help with the vibration dampening, but I don't have those yet. I'll have to try and find some. So that's it in its case. Let's take the floppy out. So we'll hook up the power. And actually I was having a look today, and actually someone has designed a nice 3D printed case for a Gotek. So if you want to have a Gotek as your external drive and you want to keep your 3-inch drive internal. So I think I've still got the link, so I'll stick that in the video description. But yeah, obviously if you do a search you'll find stuff. So let me just do this all up. We'll give it a try. So, end result. Yeah. So we've got our Gotek internal, and we've got our original 3-inch drive external. So for power, so you can see I've just done that with the cable. So for power, you could probably, because I think the Plus takes a 2.5mm plug, so you could probably just make up a splitter, and so because like I run mine off a bench supply, so I could actually just have one source and then just have a splitter. I might actually do that. There we go. So I've got some rubber feet to put on this as well. I don't know, just stick it beside it. That's why I made the cable long enough. Actually, let me just disconnect so you can see. So that's what it looks like from the back. So you got your numbering right. So 35. So you miss one. Don't worry about the bottom row. It's the top row. So pin 35 on the end, we ignore. Pins 1, 3. Sorry, I've been doing yard work today. 1, 3, and 5. We ignore. One pin there, and then we've got pin. We skip a pin. Pin 9. All right. So the final thing I want to do, won't be tonight because it's getting a bit late, is install an ABBA switch. So if you don't know what an ABBA switch is, someone's actually done a pretty neat, has combined all the, as showed you this before, someone has actually made a PDF of all the different, so we've got ABBA switch for the, so this is 6128, this is maybe the 464 with DDI, this is the Plus, this, oh no, this is the DDI here I think, and the 664. So I'll do a link to that PDF. That's quite handy. So I do have a switch to do it, but I'm not doing it tonight. Power on. Is it plugged in? Forgot to connect the power cable, switch cable, didn't I? Internally. I'll be back. I'll look at the screen just to confirm it's working. So, and the reason for the ABBA switch is that some software expects to be running from drive A. So if you're running a 3-inch floppy from drive B, oops, sorry, just turn it on, then it might expect to be on drive A. So that way you can make the external floppy drive A and make the internal Gotek drive B. So we'll do, first of all we'll do A, so that's the Gotek. I've got Forest at World's End. Then we'll go to B drive. I've got CP, I don't have a drive, no, disk missing. Disk is in there now, retry. Okay. And we've got CPM Plus. So actually, can we do CPM from drive B? Maybe. Ah, no. See, this is the problem. It's trying to do it from drive A. So this is where we can do the ABBA switch and make the external drive A just by the flick of a switch. So let me try and find something to load off drive B. What about Spin Dizzy? Let's try Spin Dizzy. Okay. Power on. F1. Let's go to B drive. Don't know if it will work. Run. There we go. So it's working quite nicely. except when it expects to be running from drive A. So again, this is where you need that ABBA switch if you want to still use physical discs with the Gotek. So of course the other way you could have done it is left the physical drive internal and then had the Gotek external, but you'd run into exactly the same issue. If you're trying to run a disk image that expects to be on drive A, then again you need to do the ABBA switch. So that'll be the next part when I get back from Melbourne. So hopefully that was of some use. Thanks for sticking around, and I will talk to you later. Bye for now.